Four Mr. Queens are about to start their journey, and today, they begin building empires from the ground up. But the journey won't be easy. Some of these queens may not survive the early days. For example, one of the four queens has parasitic mites, which is an ant keeper's worst nightmare. And who could know what else other queens have? Here she is, our first Mr. Queen. Look at her size and that impressive posture. She's ready to start a new colony and lay the foundation for thousands of ants. Notice how she moves. Careful, deliberate, aware of every inch of her surroundings. Even in this tiny tube, you can see her instincts kick in. Check out her wings. Mr. Queens have transparent, amber-tinted wings made out of tough chitin material, same stuff as their exoskeleton. These wings let her fly during her nuptial flight, but once she finds a new nest, she'll shed them and start laying eggs. As we take a closer look, we notice a small problem. She's carrying mites. Mites aren't uncommon in newly caught queens, but they can be dangerous if left untreated. They feed on the queen or brood, which can weaken or even destroy a colony before it really starts. This is the reality of ant keeping. Sometimes even the strongest queens face obstacles right from the start. Will she overcome them and thrive? That's what we'll be watching. Hey, quick pause. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes on this video. Smash that like button and let's make it happen right now. This next situation is really interesting. Unlike the first queen, these two didn't end up alone. Inside this test tube, there are two Mr. Queens together. At first, that might not seem unusual, but in the ant world, this can be risky. Most Mr. Queens prefer to found their colonies independently. When two queens share the same space, it can either lead to short-term tolerance or serious conflict later on. At the moment, they're peaceful, but unfortunately there are signs that they have fought each other. I'll be monitoring them closely, and if things turn aggressive, they'll be separated immediately. The goal here is to give both queens the best possible chance to succeed. What makes this even more interesting is how closely they're staying together. This kind of behavior can sometimes mean temporary tolerance, especially early on before any eggs are laid, but in many cases it doesn't last. Once brood appears, instincts take over. Each queen wants her own workers, her own space, her own colony. That's usually when things change. For now, I'm not interfering. Stressing them too early can actually make things worse. Observation is key at this stage. Something else I wanted to point out is their wings. Normally, after a successful mating flight, the queen will shed her wings fairly quickly. When that doesn't happen, it can sometimes be a bad sign. Queens keep their wings when they haven't mated or when they're still searching for a place to start a colony. Without mating, they can't produce workers, and that means no future colony. Some queens do take longer to drop their wings, so that's not an instant failure, but if weeks go by and the wings stay on, the chances of success drop significantly. That's why wing retention is something I'm watching closely. It tells us a lot about whether these queens are actually ready to begin their journey, or if this is where it ends. That brings us to the final queen. After everything we've seen so far, this one might be the most important one of all. She's alone, settled, and already showing the kind of behavior we hope to see at this stage. Calm movements, good posture, and no signs of stress. Out of all four queens, this is the one with the cleanest start. No competition, no immediate issues, just a queen and the challenge of building a colony from the ground up. From here on out, it's about patience. If everything goes right, she'll be laying eggs soon, and this test tube will slowly turn into the beginning of a new Mr. Colony. She's already exploring the tube and settling into the darker end, which is exactly what we want to see. Behavior like this usually means the queen feels more secure. Over the next few days, the focus will be on minimizing disturbance. No feeding, no movement, just giving her the time and space she needs to lay her first eggs. Queens at this stage are extremely sensitive to stress. Too much light, too much vibration, or too much disturbance can delay egg laying or stop it entirely. That's why for this queen, less is more. If you've made it this far into the video, I appreciate you a lot. Drop the word pineapple in the comments so I know who the real ones are. A healthy Mr. Queen can live 10 to 20 years under the right conditions, making her a true long-term investment. Mr. Ants are polymorphic. This means the ants come in different sizes, and each size has its own job. Tiny ants care for the babies, medium ones gather food, and the giants crush seeds and defend the colony. I've got one queen dealing with mites, another with two queens coexisting, and a healthy solo queen. The last one has the strongest chance to thrive. It's going to be fascinating to watch these colonies grow up and see which one comes on top. If you want to follow their journey, hit like and subscribe to help me reach 400 subs, and see you in the next video.